You know, it's funny. I always say I don't like reality TV, and here I am watching the Steelers and Browns game and just thinking, how is this going to play out? And it happened exactly how you would think it's going to happen. So the Steelers fall to the Browns. The Steelers offense looks absolutely pathetic against the Browns. And yes, the Browns do have a really good defense, but the Steelers offense looked, well, less than stellar. And so the Steelers lose. And when the Steelers lose a game, there's often times where I sit and I think, okay, what happened? What could have been done differently to allow us to not lose this football game? When I'm looking at this football game, the only thing that could have been different, or the things that we could control, let me say that, in my opinion, was this offense had to be better, and they just absolutely weren't good to get today. The defense did what they were supposed to do, but this offense just doesn't quite, it's just inconsistent. Aaron Rodgers today had his probably third worst game of the season. He didn't make good decisions. I felt like he was more worried about Myles Garrett than he was winning the football game. And I don't really understand why. I don't care if Myles Garrett had 9 sacks today. All I wanted the Steelers to do was to win a football game. But in some moments, it just looked like we were so worried about what Myles Garrett had going on. Whatever. The Steelers lose. The Steelers did not take care of business. The Steelers were running the ball very effectively and then didn't run the ball. The play calling, all of the things that happened on offense today, the decision making, the play calling was just not good. I'm not even going to mention the refs because I expect the refs to do what the refs do. That is what they get paid to do. So I'll just leave them where they're at. This to me is about the Steelers and the Steelers' missed opportunities. The decision making from the Steelers was not good. The offense wasn't good. Defense did what they're supposed to do. Boz mixes a 54-yard field goal. Now, I will say he did miss that 54-yard field goal, and Aaron Rodgers did take a sack before that field goal. So there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the Steelers team. And this loss is a loss. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do. The game is lost. My biggest concern is moving forward, what our offense is going to look like. Because the offense I saw today isn't going to beat anybody. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody. That offense today couldn't beat the Raiders. That offense today couldn't beat the Titans. That offense today couldn't even beat the Jets. This offense scored 6 points. 6 points in the NFL is unacceptable by any measurement. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you play. There's nothing we can do if we're only going to score 6 points. That's just it. And yeah, next week we won't have DK either. And so I don't know what this offense is going to do. My hope is that they'll throw the ball to the tight ends. I don't really know. But let me talk about some things that I love, because there were some things in this game that I did love. Shout out to that defense for stepping up and making me very proud today. If you want more of me and more of my content, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to also leave me a comment in the comment section below. And for those of you that don't know, I do have memberships available. There's 2 different tiers. So if you want more of me, there are options where you can get more of me. Now let me get you back to your video. Things that I loved, I love 2 turnovers. I love that the defense got 2 turnovers. The defense took a stand today, and I respect them for it. They looked so good. They came out ready to play. Well, they didn't come out ready to play, but once they settled into the game, they were ready to play. Everyone on defense was making plays. Everyone on defense was working together. The defense that I have been seeing over the past 6-7 weeks is the defense that I'm excited to see. Everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Everyone is working together. They got 2 turnovers. Yes, when Jack Sawyer caught the ball, I was hoping he would score a touchdown, because that's what I do. I want guys to catch it, and then I want them to go score, because I knew that offense, Anyways, he didn't score, but he got that interception. He was there. He caught the ball. Secondly, there was another ball that almost could have been an interception, but we dropped the interception. It is what it is. Could have been a pick 6. Obviously, this offense wasn't scoring points, so it would have been nice to see the defense score points. But hey, the defense got 2 interceptions today. Duggar having the other interception, stepping in front of the guy, catching the ball, doing all the things we needed them to do. They were great at stopping the run. They were great at defending Shador. They were great at everything they needed to be good at today. So shout out to this defense for stepping up, taking care of business, and doing what you're supposed to do. That was nice to see, because the truth of the matter is that was really the only thing I liked about today. The only thing I liked about this game was the Steelers' ability to play defense against the Browns. I thought they did a great job. They held them to 13 points, and they just looked like they were doing things that made sense. There was a couple of things that I was hoping that I was going to like in this game, but once the injuries started to happen, it impacted the way our offense was structured. And so therefore the offense really didn't do anything that I really loved. But hey, let me just talk about that in the other section of this, because it's coming. It is what it is at this point. So here we are. The offense scoring 6 points in an NFL game. I've been harping on this offense all year, and it started to look like we were doing what we were supposed to be doing. And then obviously DK goes out and it changes the way this offense looks. I understand that. I didn't expect it to be perfect. Okay, got it. Then Darnell Washington goes out, and it just seems like in an offense that has more tight ends than any other position, I don't understand why they weren't used more. I thought Aaron Rodgers did his tight ends a disservice today. I think Aaron Rodgers was so keyed on MVS, and it just felt like that's who he wanted to make a play, and nobody else had opportunities to make a play. And so then the offense just looked stale. We were running the ball effectively. We were doing great things on the ground, and there were some moments where I wasn't sure why we went away from the run, but we did. That is what we decided to do. Then when you also look at this game statistically, we almost did everything you're supposed to do. We had more time of possession. We had more yards. We ran more plays. We got the turnovers. We just didn't score points. And that is unacceptable. You can't win games when you're winning in all statistical categories except for scoring points. The 4th down play call was awful on 4th and 1. That was despicable. Chris Boswell missing a 54-yard field goal. That was despicable. Aaron Rodgers taking a sack before that happened was even worse. And there's just a lot of things that happened today with this offense that just wasn't good. And then obviously Boswell's special teams not doing what he was supposed to do. That is how you lose football games. When all the stats are going in your favor, but yet the big things you just can't seem to make them happen. We saw what that looks like. Special teams messing up. We saw 4th down conversion that I don't really know what that 4th down conversion was. And there it is. That is how you lose. And it just happens to come at a worse time of the season when we're playing the Browns, when we're actually playing the Browns for a chance to not only win our division, but to get into the playoffs, to get to 10 wins, a chance to set our starters, a chance to get healthy, a chance to not have to risk everything in the final game of the season. And we couldn't come through. We absolutely didn't do what was necessary to win that football game. And I don't like to say that because the defense absolutely did every single thing they were supposed to do to win this football game. But the offense, it was almost like, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what was happening with this offense. And I will say this again, and you'll probably hear me say this so many times, it will be annoying. I didn't care if Myles Garrett broke the record. To me, that has nothing to do with anything. I don't care about that. A win in this game is all you needed. A win against the Cleveland Browns is all the Steelers team needed, and they could not get it done. They could not beat the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. And I don't think they've beat Cleveland in Cleveland for like 4 or 5 years. So maybe that's just our kryptonite. Maybe it's just not going to happen. But the great news is, like I started this video with, the NFL gets what they wanted. I'm pretty sure the Steelers are going to have a prime time matchup, and that will be for the division. That will be for a playoff berth. That will be for all the things. And the great news for the Ravens is they have an additional day rest that the Steelers are not going to have. So, hey, it's time for the Steelers to make it happen. If this game against the Ravens doesn't get you fired up, doesn't get you excited, doesn't make the offense start doing things that make sense, I don't know what to tell you. We know who the Ravens are. We know what the Ravens are going to do. We know the Ravens have Derrick Henry. We know this team. We've seen this team so many different times. This is a chance for the Steelers to win the AFC North the hard way, because they didn't want to take the easy way. They wanted to make the road hard. And so now, because they wanted to make the road hard, they get a chance at home to beat the Ravens at home for a chance to play in the playoffs. And if you're a football fan, what more could you want? Besides the annoying part of the fact that my team didn't win today, it is a great matchup. And by the time the game rolls around on next Sunday, I will be excited and I will be fired up about that. But right now, I am just very disappointed in this offense. I am very disappointed in Chris Boswell. I'm very disappointed in some things that I saw with this offense today. And that is just disappointing. I don't know what else to say. It's just disappointing. They are supposed to be better, but they weren't today, and we lost. So the Browns get the win. And you know what? Shout out to Shedeur Sanders for getting the win. He didn't necessarily have his best game. He did everything he could to allow us to win that football game. And the Steelers offense was like, no, thank you. We can't do this. Unacceptable. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video.